showing love to my people, so I gotta put on for us. We rule the world, and everything belongs to us.
We are the children of the one Yahweh. Ye are the chosen of the one Yahweh. And he has given his laws to us. Now everything belongs to him.
Was scattered after the General Pompey came in, or so like the Titus Vespasian came in and sacked Israel, and all the Israelites that were there were scattered out into different parts of the earth. One of the main places they went to was into the interiors of Africa. So the first landing spot was a kingdom known as the Kingdom of Carthage. Many of us went to the Kingdom of Carthage, that's North Africa, right? So then eventually you have the rise of the Romans, the white man, but you also have the rise of the Arabs. So as the Arabs rose, they pushed into East and North Africa. So as they push in, we get pushed over, we get pushed over, we get pushed over, all the way till we end up at the edge of Africa, which is West Africa, where we built all them empires at. Be it the Mali Empire, the Songhai, the Ghana Empire, the main one that Haitians come from is the Dahomey, which is our Iwe people, you see what I'm saying, which is out of Benin and Togo, out of that area, is the main place where we came from, right? So when you deal with that, that's what we got pushed to. Then we got sold on the slave ships and came over here to the Americas, right? But what's interesting is, give me Genesis 49 real quick, Genesis 49 and 6. Give me the 6th verse. Whoever did it first, go ahead and read it. Because this is the interesting part.
I love this.
What was that one? Oh yeah, because that's the main thing. What our people are enslaved by. Even on the island, right now, a lot of our people are still worshiping. We beat the white man, kicked them off the island, yet we still will bow down to him, right? In the form of that idol in the churches that we follow, right? So give me Genesis 49 and 6 real quick. Go ahead.
This is Genesis chapter 49, verse 6.
Read on.
O my soul, come not thou into their secret.
Read on. It's talking about Levi. Go ahead.
Unto their assembly, mine honor, be not thou united.
So dealing with the secret and the secret assembly, that's dealing with the black magic and things of that nature, which a lot of so-called Haitians practice, right? But keep going. That's not the main part I want to focus on.
For in their anger they slew a man, and in their self-will they dig down a wall. Cursed be their anger, for it was fierce.
You mean scattered. That's what I mean, scattered.
It says, in their wrath, for it was cruel, I will divide them in Jacob and scatter them in Israel.
So it said, the Most High said we'd be scattered. Levi will be scattered, right? So notice, Haitians, you can go to anybody on this side, right? From the African American on down to the Mexican. There's a Haitian community amongst all of these people, right? Now, the African American do not have a community amongst everybody, right? The Jamaican don't have a community amongst everybody. The Puerto Rican don't have a community amongst everybody. But any black or Latin country you can go to is going to be Haitian. See what I'm saying? Why is that? Because they said we will be scattered amongst our brethren, right? You go to Mexico, you go to Guatemala, you go to Chile, you go to Brazil, you go every damn where. It's a group of Haitians. You see what I'm saying? And they set up shop, then they left Haiti, or left Guadeloupe, or left Martinique, and then went and set up shop amongst one of these other tribes, right? You got Little Haiti in Miami, right? Then you live in Little Haiti, right? Then you got Little Haiti in Tijuana, Mexico. They got Little Haiti, right? You see what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know that. Haitians started coming up because I just moved here 2 months ago. Last year I moved to Texas, but the year before that I lived in California, San Diego, right on the border. So all of a sudden I'm seeing Haitians come over the border. Well, what y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? Oh, we in Tijuana now. They start coming up through Guatemala and through Panama, start coming up that way, right? Because, Miami get hot sometimes, you know what I'm saying? They know we coming up that way, so you come up that way because they usually looking for what? They're looking for Mexicans. They're not looking for black people trying to come over the border too. They just focus on Mexicans, so now we start sliding in that way. You see what I'm saying? But the point is, we scattered amongst all the 12 tribes, amongst all blacks and Latinos, you're going to find a community of Haitians. You can't say that about everybody, but you can certainly say that about us, right? Read.
Numbers chapter 35, verse 2. command the children of Israel that they give unto the Levites of the inheritance of their possession cities to dwell in.
That's right. We're supposed to have a place to live amongst everybody. Even if you think about Haiti, Haiti is just the western third of that island, right? So even that is just a place for us to dwell in that's amongst somebody else. Because we know before they brought us there was Indians there, right? The Taino was there, which is the tribe of Simeon. They was already there before we got there. Then we were brought there, and then we get a part of the island to live in, and they get the rest of the island to live in. So the Most High had it set up that way that we was always going to have just a little portion of everybody else's land that we can go to, right? Miami, you got a lot of American brothers there, but we got Little Haiti there. And you know, North Miami and, you know, Golden Glade, it's more than Little Haiti now, especially since they trying to move in to Little Haiti now. The white man trying to get it back and make it Lemon City again. I was there in December, and when I was out there teaching, a white man wanted to approach us talking about how basically he wanted to take Little Haiti back and make it for white people again. You see what I'm saying?
What they do now, if you own a house, if it's worth $100,000, I mean, they can give it like $200,000.
Exactly. You just go to North Miami or go wherever, and now they're gonna take that $100,000 house and they gave you $300,000 for it. They're gonna turn that to a $500 million house. You see what I'm saying? Because of you know, the key location is Miami. That's anything within that is going to be key real estate. You know, North Miami is different. Why? Because it's technically its own city. Got its own. I believe it's got a Haitian mayor right now too, right? So that's different. You niggas can have North Miami, but we want anything within the city limits of Miami. They want it now, right? Because they know they can charge a white man an arm to live there, but the white man don't want to live there if we still there. You see what I'm saying? Because if we still there, that's still our problem. Like I remember that famous Botanica that was in Little Haiti. Now don't even exist no more. You see what I'm saying? So that's a part of that major gentrification that they're bringing in now. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead. What was it on that? Go ahead.
It says, command the children of Israel that they give unto the Levites of the inheritance of their possession cities to dwell in.
That's right.
And he shall give also unto the Levites suburbs for the cities round about them.
So they all of our brothers, Judah, Benjamin, all the way down to Issachar, they're supposed to give us an area where we can live amongst all of these tribes. Right? Because how we used to function when we was all together and understood our nationality as Israelites is we would be the priests, right? And now you can still see it, just not totally in the correct format. But what happened if you were Haitian and you go to Mexico or you go to one of these Latin countries, you know what the first thing they don't want you to do is? They don't want you to set up a botanica, they don't want you to do something along those lines for them. You see what I'm saying? Because they're into it the same way we are, right? But they recognize that what we do on that level is on a higher level than they do, right? I remember I met this Puerto Rican girl one time, and she found out I was Haitian, and the first thing she asked me is, can I teach her a poem? It's the first thing she asked me, because she do Santeria, but she's recognizing what y'all do is more powerful than what we do. You see what I'm saying? So they want to learn what we got going on, or they want us to be priests for them, but in that sense, in what we would call an unrighteous way. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
I got two precepts.
Go ahead, take a picture. Yeah.
This is Malachi chapter 2. I'm first going to start Deuteronomy chapter 33, verse 8. And in Levi he said, let thy Thummim and thy Urim be with thy Holy One.
See, it say let, because the priesthood, the Levites, the Lord in the Bible granted us certain abilities, right? You see Moses, there's a time where Israel is going to war, right? And Moses got a rock. And as long as Moses held the rock up, Israel would win the war, right? Now, what does that sound? Does that sound like magic to you? If I hold this rock up, these people are going to be able to win the war. Some people may call that magic. You see what I'm saying? Some people might call that witchcraft. But that was ordained by God, right? So it's showing you that the Lord give us certain abilities, right? Like there was a certain potion that the priest used to be able to make that would be able to tell if a woman was cheating on her husband, right? That, to some people, that would sound like magic. But the Lord gave us the ability to do that, right? So it's the same way now. It's saying, when it said, let it be with our Holy One, meaning the Lord is saying, I gave you guys these abilities, you should use it for good and righteousness. Does that mean that we're going to use it for good and righteousness every time? No. But we have the ability nonetheless. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you're familiar with the scripture that says, the Lord gives gifts without repentance, right? So basically, like, if you take somebody who can sing really good, right? Now, that person can sing really good, They can sing gospel music, or they can sing really good, and they can sing about whatever the hell they want to. But it don't matter if they become a crackhead, if they become filthy rich, they'll always be able to sing, right? Like you have people who were stars back in the day, you can find them now strung out on drugs, but ask them to sing, and they can still sing for you, right? Because the Lord gives gifts without repentance. So these abilities to deal with certain things, you know, were given to the tribe of Levi. So now instead we use them oftentimes for voodoo and things of that nature, right? But in ancient times we would use them for the things of the Lord, right? So go ahead.
Back in Deuteronomy 33 it says, let thy Thummim and thy Urim be with thy Holy One, whom thou didst prove at Massa, and with whom thou didst strive at the waters of Meribah.
So basically, when you go into the history of Levi, we were always standing up for the Lord. That's why he chose us to be his priest, because we always was taking that stand. Like our people are the most serious about church, are the most serious about anything involving God. You know a Haitian gonna be saying, it don't matter how, you can be as poor as you want to be, you're gonna have something to go to church in. You're going to. You see what I'm saying? Everybody else you ain't gonna say that about, but you're gonna have something to go to church and it be presentable 9 times out of 10 to a so-called Haitian, right? Because we have that zeal of God in us naturally, right? Read on.
Okay, it says, who said unto his father and to his mother, I have not seen him.
So what it mean when it say he said unto his father and his mother, I have not seen him? Keep going.
It says, neither did he acknowledge his brethren, nor knew his own children.
No, nor his own. He says, mother, father, brother, or children we didn't know, right? Read.
For they have observed thy word and kept thy covenant.
What that means is we judge, no matter who it is, if you did something wrong, we would judge you for it. It didn't matter. You could be somebody's mother. You could be my best friend. If you're wrong according to the word of the Lord, you're wrong, and we're going to execute that judgment. That's how we're supposed to operate. So that's why the Lord had that favor upon us to give us the priesthood, because the integrity that we had in judging his law. Right? Go ahead.
It says, for they have observed thy word and kept thy covenant. They shall teach Jacob thy judgments.
So our job is to teach the laws of God unto all the nations. So all the blacks and Hispanics are supposed to be able to come to us and learn the word of God from us directly, right?
It says, they shall put incense before thee and whole burnt sacrifice upon thine altar.
That's right. We were supposed to be the ones that give the sacrifice. Now instead, we're doing voodoo rituals, but we're doing the same type of sacrifices, right? The same sacrifices, exactly how it's saying in the Bible, is exactly how people are doing it in a lot of these, you know, in the voodoo ceremonies and things like that, right? Same way cutting the chicken's head, dropping the blood on all the various things. That's exactly how the Lord said the sacrifice was supposed to be made in the Bible. So that's where we get it from, right? So go ahead.
Malachi chapter 2 verse 1. And now, O ye priests, this commandment is for you.
So we're the priests now. So it said this commandment is for us, the so-called Haitian, the priests, right?
If you will not hear, and if you will not lay it to heart, to give glory unto my name.
If we don't listen, if we don't think about giving glory to the name of God, which a lot of us aren't now. A lot of us are just saying what? We just say bonjour, right? Which just means what? Good God, right? That's not the name of God. That's describing him. That's not his name, though. He got a name that's in the Hebrew, which is Yahweh, right? You know what?
Said the Lord of hosts, I will even send a curse upon you.
He gonna send a curse on us, right? Watch this, read.
And I will curse your blessings.
I will curse your what?
Blessings.
He will curse our blessings. Now we have that island of Haiti, right? That's abundant in riches. Even how rich we made the French off our work and the blessing, abundance that we produced in Haiti for the French. But after we kicked them out, now what do we got? We ain't got nothing, but we have this island that it made everybody rich. Why? Because it said the Lord cursed our blessings. Keep going to Malachi.
No, I know.
It said the Lord cursed our blessings. Read.
It says, yea, I have cursed them already because you do not lay it to heart.
Why? Because we're not following God, right? Because here we had an opportunity. We got independence from the French, right? 1804, right? First emperor and the brothers that succeeded him, right? Jean-Jacques, right? Dessalines. So we have all of that. But what did we do after we kicked the white man out? We didn't kick him out. We stayed Catholic, right? We still had, the white man didn't leave. He was there. He was in the church. We go in the church and bow down to him, right? Like the one who double crossed the emperor, which is Henry Christophe, right? What did he do when he after he did that double cross? He had a damn Catholic bishop come and anoint him as the king of Haiti, right? So why did he do that? The white man was gone. Why you still got to follow the white man's religion? See, that was our problem. We didn't fully let the white man go. We didn't get rid of that, right? Read.
It says, behold, I will corrupt your seed and spread dung upon your faces.
Right? The ritual that they had dung on the face, right? He said, I will spread dung on your faces. Read on.
Even the dung of your solemn feasts,
Read on.
and one shall take you away with it.
Go ahead.
And he shall know that I have sent this commandment unto you, that my covenant might be with Levi,
With us, read.
saith the Lord of hosts. My covenant was with him
Covenant was with us for what?
of life and peace.
It's supposed to be with us to extend our lives to the defeat, right? Levi 18, we always say that, right? That was his covenant was with us for that of life and of peace. Read.
And I gave them to him for the fear wherewith he feared me.
And why did he give it to us? Because we had the most fear for the Lord out of all the tribes, right? And even now you can see that. But read.
And was afraid before my name. The law of truth was in his mouth, and iniquity was not found.
See that? But see, that's what we used to be. The law of truth was always in our mouth, and you couldn't find a sin in us. Now we're full of sin, right? Read.
The law of truth was in his mouth, and iniquity was not found in his lips.
Read on.
He walked with me in peace and equity, and did turn many away from iniquity.
Right, go ahead.
For the priest's lips should keep knowledge.
Our lips should keep knowledge, right? Meaning all our people should be able to come to us as Haitians and ask us anything about the law of God and tell him right from wrong. That's what we're supposed to be doing, right? The priest's lips should keep knowledge, read.
And they should seek the law at his mouth.
Everybody should come and seek the knowledge of God directly from us, right? Read.
For he is the messenger of Yahweh, the Lord of hosts.
See that? We're supposed to be the direct messengers of God, right? Read.
But ye are departed out of the way.
But what did we do? We left. Now we're the messenger of this white man right here. Right? Talking about Tizzy, right? No, that's not. That's a damn white man. That's Tiab. That's Satan. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It says, but ye are departed out of the way, ye have caused many to stumble at the law.
And now we cause people to stumble, right? Like I was talking about, a lot of our people going up into Mexico right now, they going to work in the Botanicas in Mexico. They dealing with that, type of black magic on the left side, things of that nature. Now we're departed out of the way, and we're teaching people that same way, right, Reed?
It says, ye have corrupted the covenant of Levi.
We have corrupted it. We were supposed to be with the Lord and stand up in his law, but we corrupted that covenant, right? So now read.
Saith the Lord of hosts. Therefore have I also made you contemptible and base before all the people.
Contemptible and base. Base means low. That's why we're now the poorest country, because he said he made us contemptible and base. Now we're the poorest country. Now we're in constant want and need of aid. We asking people for things of that nature. Why? Because he said he would make us contemptible and base before all of our people, right? Read.
According as ye have not kept my laws.
So that's why a lot of our people, right, when we first got to Miami, back in the 80s, they used to say all kind of things about us, right? Oh, these people they stink, they do this, they eat this, all these various things they used to say about. That's why you had the certain gangs have to form and start killing people. So we would be respected. So when a brother like you got to come there, you get respect now when you come to Miami. You don't get treated like how brothers was first getting treated, right? But the reason why is because we were brought contemptible and low, right? But then we had to, rise up and show that, we're a people that are about respect and dignity, and it doesn't matter how poor or whatever you want to say we are, you're still gonna give us our respect. That's one thing a Haitian is serious about, is demanding his respect, right?
It says, but have been partial. So I'm just reading it again. It says, therefore have I also made you contemptible and base before all the people.
So he brought us low before everybody.
According as ye have not kept my ways, but
because we sinned against God, he brought us low, right? Read.
But have been partial in the law.
So we've been partial. Instead of being 100% in the word of God, we became dealing with partiality. Then we of course started worshiping this white boy on a cross, and we done lost our damn minds, right? So the Lord cursed us according to that, right? We supposed to know better than that. Precept?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Book of Sirach.
You know about this, the Apocrypha? I got no brothers who got the Creole version as well. I got the Creole version. Go ahead.
Yeah, I had a pastor.
Oh, he was dealing with that. Okay.
Not every Bible had.
Yeah, these 14. Yeah. Only like the Catholic have like half of these. You see what I'm saying? Not all of them, but the original Bible, it had all of them. Right? But go ahead.
It's going back to the respect that we're supposed to get. Sirach 7:29.
Oh, yeah.
Fear the Lord with all thy soul and reverence his priests.
They say reverence his priests. So the Lord, it was all over the Bible that when we come around, we were supposed to get our automatic respect. You see what I'm saying? Like Samuel, if you're familiar with the prophet Samuel in the Bible, right? Samuel was a Levite, right? When he used to come to a town, they used to be so respectful and so afraid of him. They used to ask him, is he coming for peace or is he coming to do something to somebody? They were just afraid when he came around. You see, that's how serious it used to be when the priests of the Lord come around. Are you coming for good, or do we do something wrong and something bad, or you can come in and give judgment to us? You see what I'm saying? That's how much respect we used to get. But And we're still serious about that respect, but now we have to start walking uprightly according to the laws of God so we can get that respect, right?
And who was the one who
David, exactly, the one we're going to see. Notice, he anointed David. Then you go to the New Testament, you have John the Baptist, John Baptist. He's the one that anointed Jesus. You see what I'm saying? So, as you can see, the Lord sets up a priest to anoint whoever the king is going to be, right? From the tribe of Judah. And Solomon got anointed by a priest. All the prominent kings, they get anointed by a priest. You see what I'm saying? That even goes back to also Joshua and Zerubbabel as well. Right? Cool. You had a point?
Yeah, just a point real quick, because going back to like the brother brought out, the reason why we're going to Miami and we're so mad that we don't get respect is because the Lord said we're supposed to reverence the priest. So we're not getting reverence. That makes us angry. But that makes God angry. So I'm going to read that. Sirach 26 and Sirach 26 and 28. It says, there be two things that grieve my heart, and the third maketh me angry. A man of war that suffereth poverty, and men of understanding that are not set by. And then when you look at not set by, it means not giving their due respect. So that makes the Lord angry that those who are not, those who are men of understanding that know the Bible, that know the knowledge, are not giving respect. That makes the Lord angry. It says, men of understanding that are not set by, and one that returneth from righteousness to sin. The Lord prepares such a one for the sword. So that's on that, but I want to do some more stuff.
brothers?
What's your name, King?
Oh, my name is, you know we all Jews.
Oh, sure. Okay.
I'm Janelle.
Okay. Good to meet you.
Right.
Definitely, brother. Definitely. You in Atlanta now, or you in Miami still?
No, I'm here on vacation.
Oh, you're on vacation? Okay.
I do my Sunday morning and I go up to New York.
Okay.
Here to city, and I go back to Miami.
Okay. Okay, we'll be in Miami most of us, but we have another group in Miami. Okay, we all over the place.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, last time I was there, I was going to 54.
It's famous. So.
Yeah. Exactly. So yeah, we out there, man. Yeah, man, check us out though, definitely.
So when you going to Miami?
I'm not sure when I'm gonna be in Miami. I was supposed to go for Haitian Flag Day actually, but it was just too short notice, man. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? It would have just been too much. So I hopefully I'll be there this summer though, man. So check out if you want to look at us on YouTube. Sicarii, that's our name. You know what I'm saying? So you can look at us on YouTube, and then we always post updates like if we're gonna be somewhere, like so you'll see it. You know what I'm saying? So definitely. All right,
brothers.
Shalom, brother.
Good blessing. I mean, how do you?
Shalom. 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 Shalom.
Okay, I know fast.
Hey, shalom, brother. Shalom, brother.
Come in a little bit. But this is Ezekiel 44:10. And the Levites that are gone away far from me.
That's right.
When Israel went astray.
So the Levites have sinned against God. You've gone astray, right? Read on.
Which went astray away from me after their idols. They shall even bear their iniquity.
Right. So that's what we're doing right now. We bearing our iniquities through what we're going through on the hills and the islands and all the places that we're scattered. Because you got to remember, Levi, Haiti is like the base of Levi, right? But we scattered amongst all 12 tribes. You got Lower Haiti in Miami, but you also have North Miami. You have Golden Glade, which are also major Haitian areas in Miami. You have now part of Brooklyn of East Flatbush is reckoned as Lower Haiti. You have a Lower Haiti in Tijuana. But wherever we're scattered, you have Lower Haiti North in Canada, in Montreal. But wherever our people are at, we're going through hell as the tribe of Levi, the so-called Haitian, right? So it said we're going to bear our iniquity. Read on.
It says, yet they shall be ministers in my sanctuary.
Yet we're going to be ministers in the Lord's sanctuary. So these same Levites, these same so-called Haitians are still going to be the ministers and the priests of the Most High in the third temple that's going to be built under Hamashiach Yahushua, built by the labor of the Gentiles, of the non-Israelites, who will be put in captivity by Hamashiach Yahushua. All right? We're going to be ministers in that temple. Read on.
Having charge at the gates of the house.
Read on.
And ministering to the house. They shall slay the burnt offering and the sacrifice for the people.
We're going to be doing what?
They shall slay the burnt offering and the sacrifice for the people.
So was sacrifice done away with? No, it was not. It was prophesied that it would cease for a time. That doesn't mean it was done away with. But with the temple being destroyed, we can't offer sacrifice, right? That's all that means. We can't offer a proper sacrifice with the temple destroyed. So it was prophesied that the temple would be destroyed and the sacrifice would cease. Daniel 9:27. Daniel the 9th chapter 27th verse, because that's the prophecy of that. So brothers is out there teaching right now that the animal sacrifice is done away with. It's not done. There's no part of the law that's done away with. Yahushua said plain, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass. So why do brothers then go and repackage it to, oh, well, the sacrificial law, he came to do it? No, he said nothing. So it's not done away with. What you have to understand is prophetically, it's told to us that it's not going to be happening right now until the reconstruction of the third temple, which Levi will be the ministers in. Go ahead.
I got some precepts for that too. It's Daniel 9:27. And he shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week.
Right, confirm the covenant with many for 1 week. What is confirm the covenant with many for 1 week? The covenant is talking about Deuteronomy 28, because aspects of Deuteronomy 28 occurred to us over the course of time during what's called the Roman Jewish Wars. Right, the Roman Jewish Wars was about 66, 67 AD, all the way to about 73 AD, right? He shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week, which means what? We started falling under some of the curses of Deuteronomy 28 during 70 AD, which is a cycle. Deuteronomy 28 is a cycle.
Yeah.
It happens to us when we sin, period. So did part of it happen to us in the Assyrians and the Babylonians? Yes. Part of it happened to us in the Medo-Persians? Yes. Part of it happened to us Greek, Roman. Anytime we go off, the Lord sent heathens against us, and we start falling under the curses. It's that simple. Did it happen now? Yes. Go ahead.
Daniel chapter 9 verse 27. It says, and he shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week, and in the midst of the week he shall cause the sacrifice of the oblation to cease.
That's right. He shall do what?
Cause the sacrifice of the oblation to cease.
So this, matter of fact, start up real quick, because who is this that's doing all this? Read.
Daniel chapter 9 verse 26. It says, and after 62 weeks, it says, shall Messiah be cut off.
That's when Yahushua is cut off. 62 weeks, Yahushua is cut off. Read.
But not for himself.
But not for himself. Read on.
And the people of this prince that shall come.
The people of the prince that shall come. The prince that shall come is Titus. All right. Read.
Shall destroy the city.
Shall what?
Destroy the city.
What city? Jerusalem. He came, he destroyed Jerusalem. He sacked Jerusalem. Read.
And the sanctuary, and the end thereof shall be with a flood.
Go ahead. And the end thereof shall be with the flood, meaning the enemy coming in like a flood, the Roman armies sacking that city, coming in against us, and us fleeing out. Read.
And unto the end of the war, desolations are determined.
That's right, desolations, right? Because after that, Jerusalem lied desolate. Go ahead.
And he shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week.
He shall do what?
Confirm the covenant with many for 1 week.
We went under curses during the time of the Roman Jewish Wars, which was a 7-year period from 66 to 73 AD. That's a week. That's 7 years, right? Because the prophetic week is dealing with, if you deal with the context, it sets a 7 years. So in the course of this 7 years, he confirmed the covenant with many, meaning we fell under these curses under Titus. Read.
It says, and in the midst of the week, he shall cause the sacrifice of the oblation.
In the midst of the week, which is 70 AD, what's in the middle of that 7 years? 70 AD. In the midst of the week, he shall cause what?
The sacrifice.
The sacrifice, read.
And the oblation to cease.
How did he do that? Because he destroyed the temple. If there's no temple, we can't sacrifice it, we can't make oblation. That's why we're not sacrificing right now. Not because it's done away with, because we do not have the ability to do it, because we do not have a standing temple. And we can't, like the minister had suggested, we can't even make a tabernacle, because the key ingredient to the temple is the Ark of the Covenant anyway, and we don't have that. Go ahead.
It says, for the overspreading of abominations, he shall make it desolate, even unto the consummation, and that determined shall be poured upon the desolate.
That's right, and that's what happened, right? So that's why we're not sacrificing right now, because it was prophesied that after the temple was destroyed, the sacrifice and oblation should cease. But as we just read, go give me that back in Ezekiel you already read about the Levites, okay? Because we have to understand this is a prophecy about the third temple, and it says that we're going to be offering sacrifices. So what does that let you know? The sacrifice is not done away with. It's just ceased, right? We're not doing it now because there's not a temple now. But when there's another temple, then what's going to happen? It's going to be a lot of sacrifices. Yahushua going to offer sacrifices. That's all right here in Ezekiel 4. But a lot of brothers, they stay away from Ezekiel 40 and on. And the reason why is because a lot of elders never went into it and taught it. That's simply what it is. Nobody went in and taught it. But it's really pretty simple. There's going to be a new temple, and when that new temple is built, all these various things are going to occur, right? Matter of fact, read that first, and then we're going to go ahead.
Okay, Ezekiel 44 and 10. It says, and the Levites that are gone away far from me, when Israel went astray,
right? We went far away We doing voodoo, we Roman Catholics, we Seventh-day Adventists now, right? Read.
It says, which went astray from me after their idols, they shall even bear their iniquity.
Right, we're bearing our iniquity now, right? Read on.
Yet they shall be ministers of my sanctuary.
Yet we're going to be the ministers in my sanctuary, meaning we're going through hell now, but when the new temple is built, we will be the ministers in that new temple. Right? Read on.
Having charge at the gates of the house.
And that's not dealing with, for the record, it's not dealing with the spiritual temple. Because the spiritual temple, all 12 tribes are ministers in.
Right.
Because the spiritual temple is after the order of Melchizedek. The order of Melchizedek is a spiritual priesthood that all 12 tribes are a part of. That's what Yahushua came. Yeah, how you doing, brother? That's what Yahushua came to implement, which was the priesthood of order of Melchizedek, meaning all the 12 tribes could go in the Bible and teach and understand the Bible. That's what the order of Melchizedek is about. But the Levitical priesthood is dealing with the sacrifices and the oblations and things of that nature. That's only for Levi. That's a perpetual covenant with Levi. But that is what they call a carnal. It's a more carnal priesthood because it can only be executed if we have the carnal things necessary for it, i.e. a temple or a tabernacle, the various holy vessels, the Ark of the Covenant. If we don't have that, we can't properly execute our priesthood. So that's why our priesthood is at a standstill right now, right? It's at a standstill. But when the new temple is built, it's going to be back in play. So you can't use that spiritual temple thing because Levi is not the ministers of the spiritual temple. All the tribes are ministers of the spiritual temple, right? So read that.
Yet they shall be ministers of my sanctuary, having charge at the gates of the house.
That's right, go ahead.
And ministering to the house, they shall slay the burnt offering.
We're going to do what?
Slay the burnt offering.
Slay a burnt offering, right? We're going to offer a sacrifice. So how is the sacrifice done away with if this is what you would call in the eschaton? This is really in the new kingdom under Hamashiach Yahushua, which is called in these chapters the Prince, right? When the Prince, which is not called the Prince of Peace, Isaiah 9, So understanding that when he comes under his reign and his kingdom is when this is going to happen, right? So read.
They shall slay the burnt offering.
They shall slay that. We're going to kill. We're going to offer sacrifices. Read.
And a sacrifice for the people.
And for the who?
For the people.
For the people, read.
And they shall stand before them to minister unto them.
That's right. We're going to stand before all the people and minister unto them. Right? Because you have to understand that we're going to make all the nations worship the Most High Yahweh. If we're going to make all the nations worship the Most High Yahweh, then what are they going to have to do? They're going to have to bring their offerings to our temple to sacrifice, because unlike us, they're still going to be sinning. We're not going to sin no more, because we're going to have something called the New Covenant, right? Which we're going to just follow and be righteous. It's going to be in our nature. But the other nations, they don't have that. So they're going to be the way we are now, to where we got to, keep the commandments now. We have to fight against the ways of this world and things of that nature to keep the commandments, fight our flesh. That's how the heathen is going to be. They're going to be keeping the commandments, but they're going to be fighting their wicked ass flesh that was doing all kind of debauchery prior to us forcing them to keep the commandments, right? Versus us, we just going to be righteous. So what does that mean? That means they're going to slip up. When they slip up, they didn't have no Messiah that came and died for them. So when they slip up, what's going to happen? They're going to have to bring an animal to the temple, and we're going to have to kill it, right? Read on.
It says,
is that it on there? There's a key point. Let me see, in 41. So we got a question. Oh, what's going on? Got a question?
Hey!
Where you from?
Gambia.
You from Gambia? There's a lot of y'all Gambians out here, man.
Yes.
I've been seeing y'all, right? So this is about our history, all right? Some of us got left in Gambia, right? Some of us got on a boat, right? So, but our history before we even got to Gambia is that we're the Israelites, right? Because we wasn't always in Gambia. There's not evidence of civilization in Gambia forever, right? So we must have came from somewhere else. So where did we come from? We came from Israel, right? Are you, what's your thing? You're Muslim? Muslim, okay. Well, Muslim, it speaks about the children of Israel, right? Children of Israel being the chosen, right? So you are one of the chosen, the children of Israel, right? That's what you got to understand. So it says that in the Quran that the prophethood is given to us. So that's what we calling our people back to the prophethood. And we have to leave these various other ideologies that we've been brought up into, whether it be the church, whether it be the mosque, etc., and understand that we the prophets, so we need to come back to that essence as the chosen people of the Creator. Right? For those of us that were brought over here on the boats, and those of us that didn't get on the boat, that stayed over in Gambia, that stayed in Ghana, that stayed in Benin, that stayed in Nigeria, right? Because we know, even in West Africa, you have different tribes, right? And all the tribes in West Africa don't get along, right? You had some tribes that sold other tribes, right? See what I'm saying? So we have to understand that all over this world, our people have enemies that's against us, that have plotted against us, that have exploited us, that have enslaved us, that have robbed us, that have lied to us, misled us, etc. Right? So it's time that our people collectively come together all over the world and get away from all these people who have only meant us harm. No, we're not Muslim. We're Israelites. So we deal with the Bible, and we're the people of the Bible. You see what I'm saying? Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Esau, all of that all goes, that's us, that's our people, that's our history. You see what I'm saying? So more importantly than an ideology or a religion, we have to get back to the essence of who we are before all of this stuff came into play. You know, so that's us getting back to being Israelites, right? Being the people of Jacob, the sons and daughters of Jacob. You know what I'm saying? All praise to God. Yeah, we out here every Thursday and Saturday if you ever want to learn more.
Okay.
All right, so.
Oh, they didn't win.
Go ahead. Oh, he's talking about the Warriors. Go ahead. 43.
This is Ezekiel chapter 43, verse 10.
Uh-huh.
It says, "Thou son of man, show the house to the house of Israel."
Right, so show this, all of this, the third temple, Ezekiel was commanded to show it to the house of Israel, to teach it to the house of Israel. So this is why a disservice has been done by brothers who haven't went into these chapters for whatever reason and went into them and broke them down and, you know, gone into it. Because it says, show it to the house of Israel. Read.
That they may be ashamed.
That they what?
May be ashamed.
That they may be ashamed. So the purpose is we're supposed to go into these chapters and give people the breakdowns so that they may be ashamed. Read on.
Ashamed of their iniquities.
Of what?
Of their iniquities.
This is to show people that be ashamed of their sins. Read on.
And let them measure the pattern.
That's right, and let them measure the pattern, because the temple and its measurements are teaching everyone a lesson. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, brother. Are teaching us a lesson, right? It's something called, essentially it's a similitude that shows us things, right? For example, the temple is 60 cubits long, right? 20 cubits is the Holy of Holies, right? So the whole temple is holy, but the Holy of Holies is 20 cubits, right? So let's take a look at fractions. 20 and 60, that leaves 1/3 and 2/3. So the 2/3, they're holy because they're Israelites, but the Holy of Holies is the 1/3. See, but that's why I say teach us the pattern of the temple, because it's showing us lessons, right? Read.
This is 1 Kings chapter 6, verse 20.
Uh-huh.
And the oracle in the forepart was 20 cubits in length.
That's right, go ahead.
And 20 cubits in breadth.
So it say the oracle, it calls it the Holy of Holies, which in Hebrew is Kodash Kodash, but it also calls it the oracle, or which in the Hebrew is the word Dabar, right? So the word Dabar in the Hebrew means, well, voice, speak, word, right? So, or mouth. So essentially the mouth of the Most High is the 1/3. The prophets are the 1/3, right? The other, the rest of Israel is the 2/3, right? But the 1/3 is the prophets who are speaking the word of the Most High. Read.
And 20 cubits in the length thereof, sorry, in the height thereof.
Read on.
And he overlaid it with pure gold.
With pure gold, right? Remember that the 1/3 shall come out as what? As gold tried in the furnace. The 1/3, the oracle, the Holy of Holies, is pure gold. You see what I'm saying? So that's why he said, teach us the measurements of the temple, because it's teaching us a lesson. You see what I'm saying, in the spirit. But a lot of brothers, for whatever reason, I remember years ago, I never even looked at none of them. After Genesis, I didn't even look at 39. Like 39 and on, I wouldn't even look at in Ezekiel. I couldn't tell you why. I just didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the Most High in the spirit, it wasn't time for some of that stuff to come out, but now it's coming out. Like Ezekiel 39, the 6-part prophet. Like there's not no other prophetic book where niggas just ignore the last 8 chapters of it. There's no other book. You're gonna read every chapter of Isaiah, you're gonna read every chapter of Jeremiah, but for whatever reason, niggas leave them chapters in Ezekiel alone, right? But now in the spirit, the Most High got brothers going into it. You see what I'm saying? But so like the whole point was, we got the 6-point prophecy and 6-part prophecy in 39, which is dealing with Russia. Going just further into how Russia's going to be the one that's going to destroy America and then come up against Israel, because of the 6th part is not going to be destroyed. And when you go into the history, the Soviet Union is literally so big it's reckoned as a sixth of all the land on the earth. So that's the sixth part. Meaning the Lord said, I'm going to destroy your army, but I'm not going to destroy your land. Because the army is going to come where? To the valley of Jehoshaphat. And that's where Yahushua is going to destroy the army.
Right.
Yahushua is not going to Russia to kill Vladimir Putin. Or not to say I know Vladimir Putin is going to be reigning during that time period. But whoever's reigning over Russia, Yahushua ain't going to Moscow to get him. That devil is going to come to the valley of Jehoshaphat. And Yahushua going to judge him there. You see what I'm saying? At the valley of decision. And what it say that that devil shall think an evil thought. Who is that devil? The leader of Russia, right? He's going to think an evil thought. Yahushua is going to destroy him right there at the valley of decision, right? He ain't going to go up to Russia. That's what Ezekiel 39 is about. Then when you deal with Ezekiel 40 and on, you're dealing with the new temple, and you're dealing with the different things that's going to be going on with Yahushua and with the priesthood in the new temple, right? So go ahead.
Like this is just to prove that. 2 Ezra chapter 13, verse 37 and 38. And this my son shall rebuke the wicked inventions of those nations, which for their wicked life are fallen into the tempest, and shall lay before them their evil thoughts and the torments wherewith they shall begin to be tormented.
That's right, when Yahushua just utterly destroyed them. But they had an evil thought. What is Russia's thought going to be after they destroy America? That they're going to come to Israel and put us back in slavery. They're going to say, wait, oh, them niggas went back to Israel? Oh, let's go get them, right? That's how high and mighty. After you destroy, let me tell you something. When Craig knocked out Debo, you couldn't tell Craig nothing. You see what I'm saying? And that's going to be Russia. You can't tell Russia nothing. I knocked Debo out. I'm the man now. Y'all got to come and run everything by me. Hey, look, I'm taking chains off of necks now, right? That's the Russia's mentality. So they going to think, well, they just had Israel in slavery, but some miraculous way, there's a bunch of niggas in Spix, they in Israel now. We got to do something about that. Let's go take their ass back into slavery. And in that time, that's when they're going to see Yahushua, and Yahushua going to deal with all it, just wipe all the world's armies out. And then whatever's left all around this world of people, they're going to get rounded up, and they're going to get right into construction work. I'm going to tell you that now.
That's right.
Because we got a kingdom that needs to be built.
That's right.
So people say, people go, well, how y'all going to have, where we going to get our service from? There's people all over this whole world hey, that's right for the picking to go right in the service.
That's right.
Oh, listen. First off, the Bible say only a third part of man is going to be slave, right?
That's right.
So that's about 2 billion people. That leave 4 or 5 billion people we could take directly into service. Even if you minus Israel out, it's still billions of able-bodied service, prime and ready for the taking. Man. You know, we may be looking at a couple.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Well, you know, it's like the elect are going to be the first fruits of the kingdom, and then you're going to have the first fruits for the slaves.
Yeah, well, that's right. That's right. You got to point out.
Yeah, I was just when the Moabites walked by. I was just thinking like, I don't know if that kingdom gonna be too sturdy. That's what I was thinking. Seriously.
Yeah, see, we need the Moabites for other jobs, right? As far as for that hard labor, we gonna need these we gonna need the Polynesian Samoans, and we gonna need them damn them Eastern European white boys. They gonna have to come in and build a lot of that. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. They gonna be the ones that's nice and able-bodied. You said who? The Amish. Yeah, we gonna get the Amish, the Quaker. We gonna get them. We gonna get them. Oh yeah, they gonna be ready, man. Because we gonna be busy. We gonna be busy living in a marvelous kingdom, right? They say He coming to give us that we may live life and live life more abundantly. You see what I'm saying? So I'm too busy to work, man. All right, y'all gotta go and, you know what I'm saying, deal with that. So you know we gonna have plenty of work, man. I'm gonna tell you that now. We gonna have a job, man, for everything. I'm gonna tell you that now. Right in the spirit. So go ahead.
This is Revelation chapter 11, verse 15. Okay. Revelation chapter 11, verse 15.
Read on.
It says, verse 14. And the second woe was past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly.
Right, the third world's war. Go ahead.
And the seventh angel sounded, and there was a great voices in heaven, saying, the kingdoms of this world are become the kingdoms of our Lord,
of Yahushua, right? Read.
And of His Christ,
and He shall of the Most High, and of His Christ, which is Yahushua, read.
And He shall reign forever and ever.
We're talking about Yahushua having that perpetual kingdom.
I got a precept.
Go ahead.
Ezekiel 39 and 14. You was talking about that employment?
Oh yeah.
Ezekiel 39 and 14. And they shall sever out men of continual employment.
Of what?
Continual employment.
Of what?
Continual employment.
We're gonna have jobs, baby. There ain't gonna be no unemployment line in our kingdom.
That's right, that's right.
That's how great our kingdom is. There ain't gonna be no unemployment line, none of that. It's gonna be continual employment, thus saith the Lord.
And Ezekiel 39:14, and they shall sever out men of continual employment, passing through the land to bury with the passengers those that remain upon the face of the earth. To cleanse it after the end of 7 months shall they search.
See that? So it's gonna be plenty of jobs that's gonna be available in our kingdom, man. You had another precept. You had a precept for you.
Okay, I have some stuff here.
Aaron shall not walk.
Okay, yeah. This is Jeremiah chapter 33 and verse verse 21. Let's get to the point. This is Jeremiah 33 and 17. For thus saith the Lord, David shall not want a man to sit upon the throne of the house of Israel.
Why is David not going to want a man? Because Yahweh is going to be there. So there's not going to be a want for a descendant of David to reign, because there's going to be one reigning. That's Yahweh, right, Reed?
Neither shall the priests, the Levites, want a man before me.
What does that mean? That means it's going to be Levitical priests that's going to be up in that temple serving. We're not going to want it like now we would want it. Why? Because there's not one. But when you have one furnished, there's not a want or a need for anything, right? Read.
Neither shall the priests, the Levites, want a man before me to offer burnt offerings and to kindle meat offerings and to do sacrifice continually.
That's right, because we're going to be there. There's going to be plenty of Levites doing what they do up in the temple. That's what's going to be going on, right? So that proves that the law of sacrifice is not done away with. It's just not going on right now because the temple been destroyed and the sacrifice ceased. But when that new temple is built, it's going to be, matter of fact, give me that what the prince is going to do. What is that, like 46? Because it's going to tell you the first thing when that temple is built, as soon as the heathens is done building our temple, Yahweh is going in there and he's offering the sacrifice. Automatic. That's one of the first things. And people got to understand, all sacrifices is not even just about sin. Yahweh commanded for 3 sacrifices a day to be given just so he could smell it. Just because he said, I want to smell it. I want to smell the sweet. So you got to kill 3 rams a day just because I like the way it smells when you cook it, right? You like the smell of good cooking, don't you? Well, the Most High like the smell of it too, right? So he want to smell it, but you're not killing it so you can have a good meal. You kill it just so he can smell it. You see what I'm saying? You sacrifice it for him. So that's what people got to understand. It's free will offering, Thanksgiving offering. It's not just offerings for sin also. It's all kind of different sacrifices, right? Go ahead.
Ezekiel 46 and 12. Now when the prince shall prepare a voluntary burnt offering.
A what?
Voluntary burnt offering.
So Yahweh shall going to prepare a voluntary burnt offering. Read.
Or peace offerings voluntarily unto the Lord. One shall then open him the gate that looketh toward the east.
That's right. So there's a gate that the priest is going to open to let Yahweh come in. Read.
And he shall prepare his burnt offering and his peace offerings as he did on the Sabbath day. Then he shall go forth, and after his going forth Then he shall go forth, and after his going forth, one shall shut the gate. Thou shalt daily prepare a burnt offering unto the Lord.
But every day the Levites is going to be preparing a burnt offering, right? Go ahead. So how is it done away with? Read.
Of a lamb of the first year without blemish, thou shalt prepare it every morning.
That's right. We shall prepare it every morning. Every morning there's going to be a lamb that's going to be killed for Yahweh. Period. It don't matter what happens. So that lets you know right there. Right? But there's a specific gate Yahweh is coming into and offering sacrifice. Right? Why is there a specific gate? Because he can't come in the temple. Why can't he come in the temple? Because he's not a Levitical priest. So only a Levitical priest is coming in the temple and doing this work in the temple. But him, being who he is, being the high priest of the order of Melchizedek, he's doing the sacrifice outside of the temple. Alright? But he's doing the sacrifice nonetheless. Yahweh has ordained him to do specific sacrifices, just like Abraham did sacrifices, just like Jacob did sacrifices. Yahweh is going to do sacrifices also, right? But only Yahweh and the Levitical priests, but even Yahweh sacrifice is not going to be done in the temple. It's going to be done outside the temple, right? So go ahead.
We're just going back to the point about us not sacrificing right now. This is Hosea 3 and 4.
Oh, yeah.
For the children of Israel shall abide many days.
Many days. They said we're going to abide many days without what?
Without a king.
Do we have a king reigning on the earth right now? No, we don't. Read.
And without a prince.
We don't have a prince reigning on earth right now. Nigga don't even know who he want to follow right now, right? Nigga follow any damn thing right now, right? Because we don't have a king or a prince. Read on.
And without a sacrifice.
Without what?
A sacrifice.
We will abide many days without, not forever without a sacrifice. Same way, not forever without a prince and not forever without a king, but many days. We're in those many days right now. Go ahead.
And without a sacrifice.
See, some of us try to circumvent this many days that we're supposed to abide. How do we try to circumvent this? By setting up our own sacrifices. Levi do it with the voodoo. The Mayans, the Aztecs, the Incas, they offer certain sacrifices, right? But not the Gadites, they offer certain sacrifices. But in all truth, that was just us trying to circumvent the inevitable prophecies. Why the Lord even did away with that. Go ahead.
Without an image and without an ephod.
Without an image, without an ephod. Read on.
And without teraphim.
Without any damn thing.
Yeah.
And that's what we are right now. We in those many days right now, right? So another precept.
Yeah, kind of. This is Tobit chapter 14, verse 4 and 5. Go into Media, my son, for I surely believe those things which Jonas the prophet spake of Nineveh.
So they're talking about Jonah prophesying about the downfall of Nineveh being destroyed. Go ahead.
That it shall be overthrown, and that for a time he shall rather be in Media, and that our brethren shall lie scattered in the earth from that good land.
Read on.
And Jerusalem shall be desolate, and the house of God in it shall be burned.
So it's talking about our brothers in the good land. This is the northern kingdom speaking. So the brothers who they talking about is the southern kingdom. For a time we were alienated from the good land. We were cast out from Jerusalem into Babylon. Read.
It shall be burned.
And over that time, what happened? The Babylonians and the Edomites burnt the temple. It shall be burned. Read.
And shall be desolate for a time.
For a time. There was a time where our land was desolate, right? Read.
And that again God will have mercy on them.
Then Yahweh have mercy, read.
And bring them again into the land.
Then he brought us, the southern kingdom, back into Israel. That's going back to the time of Cyrus and Darius, read.
Which, like, that also proves that not all 12 tribes were in Babylon.
That proves that we were totally separated.
Yep.
Because it's the northern kingdom speaking about this was what happened to the southern kingdom.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, nigga, we're elsewhere, right?
Exactly.
Go ahead.
It says, and bring them again. Why wouldn't he say us?
No, yeah, exactly. He said, bring them. Read.
And bring them again into the lands where they shall build a temple.
Where they shall what?
Build a temple.
So what did we do when we went back? Under Darius, we rebuilt the temple, right? That's what the book of Ezra is about. The book of Nehemiah is about, read.
But not like to the first.
But when we built that second temple, it wasn't like the first temple, right? It wasn't like the one that was built under Solomon. Read on.
But not like to the first, until the time of that age be fulfilled.
Go ahead.
It says, and afterward they shall return from all places of their captivity and build up Jerusalem gloriously, and the house of God.
Keep going. Put it over there. Put it over there. Go ahead.
It says, and afterward they shall return from all places of their captivity and build up Jerusalem gloriously, and the house of God shall be built in it forever.
That's right. So now it's telling you there's going to be, matter of fact, start back up, man. Go ahead.
Tobit chapter 14, verse 4. Verse 5 now. And that again, God will have mercy on them.
The Most High going to have mercy on the Jews, on the southern kingdom. Read.
And bring them again into the land.
Bring us back into Israel. Again, notice, they're saying bring them. This is a northern kingdom prophet from the tribe of Naphtali speaking about what's going to happen to the southern kingdom, proving that the northern kingdom did not come back with us into Jerusalem. Period, which we already know.
Right.
But this is for you brothers who are sadly mistaken out there, right? Read on.
God. It says, and bring them again into the lands where they shall build a temple.
It's going to bring us back into Israel, and we're going to build a temple. That's the reconstruction of the temple under Cyrus, under Darius, under the Medes. Okay, that's what Ezra and Nehemiah is about. Read.
But not like to the first.
But the new temple is not going to be as marvelous and as glorious as the one that he had us construct under Solomon. Right? Read on.
Until the time of that age be fulfilled.
That's over. Read.
And afterward they shall return from all places of their captivity.
So there's a time of that age being fulfilled. That's the second temple, right? There's been no temple rebuilt from that. So after that, we be exiled again. And after we return from everywhere we are, read.
And afterward they shall return from all places of their captivity and build up Jerusalem gloriously.
And then Jerusalem's going to be built gloriously when we're gathered from all four corners of the earth, which is what's going to happen under Hamashiach Yahushua, where you call Jesus Christ. Read.
And the house of God shall be built in it forever.
Forever, right? So it's going to be established forever. That's third temple, right? And in that time, there will be sacrifices. Read.
With a glorious building, as the prophets have spoken thereof.
Right? Who were the prophets that spoke? We just was reading in Ezekiel. That's a prophet that spoke of that. Right? Samuel spoke of that. Give me what is that? 2 Samuel or 1 Samuel?
2 Samuel 7.
7 and 14. Give me that. Because Samuel spoke of that. Right? Let's read about it.
2 Samuel chapter 7, verse 12. And when thy days be fulfilled, and thou shalt sleep with thy fathers.
This is Samuel speaking to the mighty King David. Read.
And I will set up thy seed after thee, which shall proceed out of thy bowels.
The Davidic Messiah, the Davidic king, the Davidic throne successor. Right? Read.
It says, which shall proceed out of thy bowels, and I will establish his kingdom. He shall build an house for my name, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever.
He will what?
Build an house for my name, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever.
You said this was Nathan that said that?
Yes, Nathan.
Salakia. So the prophet Nathan, not Samuel, Salakia. But he said he shall establish, he shall build a house that shall be established forever. So that's fully fulfilled through Hamashiach Yahushua. Okay? He built the first house as who? As Solomon. It's the same guy. Same guy as Yahushua, right? But the one that is forever, ever, that's under Hamashiach Yahushua when he comes back as a great. When he said the Queen of Sheba recognized Solomon's wisdom, and a greater Solomon is here, right? It's saying in English a greater than Solomon, right? In the Greek it don't say a greater than Solomon. It say a greater Solomon is here. So what he's saying is I'm a better version of who I used to be. Right? Same way all of us are. A better version of what I used to be. So what he said is, yeah, I was wise as hell as Solomon, but I'm even better now because I done had all the money, I done had all the women. I've came to the conclusion it's all vanity anyway. So now I'm not even tripping off of none of that. I'm an even better, I'm an even wiser, I'm an even more powerful version. So what does that mean now? That he's qualified to build that everlasting house. Go ahead.
Ezekiel, further proving it. Ezekiel 37, 25 to 27. It says, and they shall dwell in the land I have given unto Jacob, my servant, wherein your fathers have dwelt, and they shall dwell therein, even they and their children and their children's children forever.
There you go. They and their children and their children's children forever. Right? Read on.
And my servant David shall be their prince forever.
There you go. Right? What does thy servant David mean? The Davidic Messiah, Yahushua. All right? Same way it say Aaron shall not want a priest. Does that mean Aaron himself? No, it means his descendants, man. Go ahead.
When it said the Lord's going to have mercy on Jacob and yet choose Israel,
that means Jacob, yeah.
The kingdom's only for one man then, right?
Yeah, that's ridiculous, right? Go ahead.
Moreover, I will make a covenant of peace with them. It shall be an everlasting covenant with them.
What is that? The new covenant, proving what else? Not only is sacrifice not done away with, but also we're not in the new covenant yet. That's going to be when Yahushua come back. Then he's going to bring us in the new covenant. Right? There's a lot of misconceptions that a lot of us have, and a lot of it is based off of Christianity. I'm going to just come straight. A lot of the reason why we use, and some of the stuff we say is not in the Bible at all. We just got it, we still just had it left over from Christianity, and we just recycling it. Right? Adam and Eve ate an apple. Show me the scripture, right? It's not in the Bible. You see what I'm saying? But we still be saying it, right? We got to get rid of that type of stuff because it's not biblical. We got to be totally scholastic with the sword, with the scriptures, not regurgitating what we learned in the Christian church, taking some of it and keeping it with us. That's residue, man, that we got to get rid of, cleaned up out of our homes. Read on. And I will place them and multiply them, right here, and will set my sanctuary in the midst of them forevermore. What is my sanctuary? The temple. Forevermore. Read on.
Verse 27. And my tabernacle also shall be with them.
My what?
Tabernacle.
That's what is that? The temple. Read.
Yea, I will be their God, and they shall be my people.
There you go. Go ahead.
And the heathen shall know that I, the Lord, do sanctify Israel.
And it's not going to be when this happens, it's not going to be a secret. All the nations is going to recognize who the Israelites are. They're not going to call us black and Latino anymore. They're going to call us who we are, the Israelites, right? Go ahead.
And the heathen shall know that I, the Lord, do sanctify Israel when my sanctuary shall be in the midst of them forevermore.
That's when everybody's going to know when they see that temple built. They see that temple built, they're going to understand who's going to be in that temple. And right now, the damn Jewish man is trying to enact laws in the land of Israel right now that's trying to keep brothers from going to the temple, the site of the temple, right? Which the temple's not standing. It was on Israeli TV. They trying to keep, bro. We had certain brothers that we know, brother Karata Zayah, the Elder Matapa, Elder Kahan, Elder Karata Za'ala. We're all there in Israel, and here the white man is trying to keep niggas away from that temple. Right? Why do y'all care? Y'all don't think it's the temple. You got a whole damn play Jerusalem that look like a theme park, a fake Jerusalem. Y'all just worry about that. But that tells you something right there, that they know it's the real temple. Or else why would they? Why y'all done been letting this place sit here desolate for decades? Y'all done been back since 1948. Y'all ain't give a damn about Telluride. Now all of a sudden you care that a bunch of niggas is going up there. Yeah, that's right. Who cares? Y'all niggas don't even live over there. Yeah. Are you kidding me? If you go look, anybody can look at a map of Telluride right now. It look like it is a desert. It's a desert. Yeah. But I'm gonna tell you something. Since brothers been going back, the vegetation been growing in that motherfucker. It's been life coming back to that. But we have to understand we connected to our land, chosen land. All right, we connected to it. So as we start coming back, just showing up, the land is what is happy to see us. Right, but that's how you know that the Jerusalem that they got. It's not the real Jerusalem, because in the Bible it say what? That after we got kicked out, that the land would enjoy its Sabbath.
That's right.
The white man stomping around there, it wouldn't be enjoying his Sabbath, now would it? Right? Or the white man all over that fake Jerusalem, that lets you know what? That can't be real. But that place that they left deserted in the south, in the bottom of Israel, that's the place that's the real Jerusalem, because it enjoys the Sabbath. Ain't nobody over there. Ain't nobody living over there. Ain't nobody doing nothing over there. It's just sitting there, man. The temple. Read.
This is group 4
and then how can you select it? People got to understand. There's only one place in the world that says it's the temple of Yahweh, that has that dedication on it. One place in the world is that temple, not the one they have at the Dome of the Rock that is 3 damn mosques on now. There's only one place in the world. So how can you think that the temple is anywhere outside of the one place that it says it's the temple? This is the temple. This is the house of Yahweh. There's no other place that claimed to be the house of Yahweh but that temple in Telluride. How is another temple, a supplementary temple, the house of Yahweh at that point? Where is that at in the whole Bible, right? But you see the word of rod in the Bible, right? Yeah. We just was reading over in Joshua. We're talking about Judah taking a rod, right? So coincidentally enough, that same place is in the land of Judea. But y'all trying to tell me that that's not the temple. Y'all are stupid, man.
That's right.
People, but we not stupid, because the Most High is dealing with brothers in this truth, and He's revealing it to us.
That's right.
Right? So read.
Let's got a couple points. First, I want to touch on us being connected to the land. This is Baruch chapter 4, verse. Okay, I'm gonna start verse 9. For when she saw the wrath of God coming upon you, she said, "Hearken, O ye that dwell about Zion, God hath brought upon me great mourning." So Israel had great mourning. It says, "For I saw the captivity of my sons and daughters, which the everlasting brought upon them."
That's talking about the land. Go ahead.
"With joy did I nourish them, but sent them away with weeping and mourning."
She was sad to send us away. Right? It's just like in this modern day time, some of your parents, I remember back in the day, you're talking about, we're going to send your ass off to boarding school. We're going to send you off to military school. We're going to send you off to a damn group home if you're cutting up too much. Right? If you were one of the other tribes, you in America, they threatened to send you back to the island, right? But it saddens your parent to do that, but they feel like they have to do it for the sake of your own good as a disciplinary action. So it's the same thing with the actual land of Israel. It was sad to see us go, but we had to go because we was in the Holy Land cutting up, right? Read on.
It says, I'm going to jump to verse, God, this whole chapter is so good, but I'm going to read verse 19, then I'm going to just jump to the point, right? Baruch 4:19. Go your way, O my children, go your way, for I am left desolate. Verse 22 now. For my hope is in the everlasting, that He will save you, and joy has come unto me from the Holy One, because of the mercy which shall soon come up unto you from the everlasting, our Savior. For I sent you out with mourning and weeping, but God will give you to me again with joy and gladness forever.
Right. How are we gonna be? Why are we gonna be enjoying gladness? Because we're gonna be so, right? All of us that get to go back in that first wave, we're gonna be ecstatic that we got to be saved out of America while it was being destroyed, brought back into the land, unified as a nation, got to see our big brother, our Savior, our King Yahushua.
Yeah.
That's going to be joyous. So we're going to be brought back in joy.
Yeah.
Right? And gladness. Go ahead.
And that's why I should be saying in 2 Ezra, I believe it's 13, blessed are the left behind. I believe.
That's right. Yeah, blessed are the left behind. Well, that's
more blessed are the left behind.
Yeah, more blessed are left behind. And also, when Yahushua talk about some were taken and some were left, the ones that's left is the actual blessed.
Yeah.
Right? For many years, I believe contrary, or it was taught contrary to that. But if you read in context, who got taken was the ones, because the metaphor was, and the context was dealing with the flood. Who got taken was who got taken away with the flood, who got taken away with the water. Right? That's who's taken. Right? Who's left behind is the ones that was able to stay on that boat. Right? So the people who get left behind are more blessed. Go ahead.
Verse 24, I'm gonna end on this. It says, like as now the neighbor, this is Brook 4:24, like as now the neighbors of Zion have seen your captivity, so shall they see surely your salvation from our God.
That's right. Who are the neighbors of Zion? The Edomites, the Moabites, the Ammonites, the various Canaanites, the Philistines. They saw us go into captivity. They took us into captivity. Yeah. They've been a part of that. Now they're all going to witness our salvation. Yeah. Right? Go ahead.
Which that proves when you go into Titus, where it says the salvation of God has appeared to all men. Yeah, it appeared to all men the same way our slavery appeared to all men. So let's take that analogy, right? So if our salvation that everyone's going to see applies to everybody, then how come our slavery didn't apply to everyone?
Exactly. That's a profound point. Because just because somebody sees something don't mean that it's theirs.
Right.
Right? You can watch a damn championship parade. Right? It mean you won the damn title too? Right? You ain't on the float with the damn trophy, right? You're not on the float with the trophy. So you ain't win the title, but you watching the parade, man. Right? So go ahead. Y'all know y'all the Israelites, man? Huh? Y'all know y'all the Israelites? What's that, huh?
Yeah, what's that?
Y'all read the Bible, don't you?
No.
Yeah.
Right, you don't read it? Do you read the Bible? Y'all know about Jesus Christ?
Yeah.
You know about Jesus, right? You know he was black, right? Y'all heard that before at least, right? So, do you know what his nationality was? Huh? Africa's a continent, brother. It's not a nation. Huh? Africa's a continent. It's not a nation.
He said African.
Yeah, African. Africa is a whole continent. To be African, South African, right? How is he South African? He's from Jerusalem. Huh? So he's an Israelite, right? So if Jesus is black and he's an Israelite, what does that make y'all? Come on, man. It make you black? Your shirt black. You ain't black. Huh? Brown. We all brown, right? But what's our nationality? Not our color. What's the nationality? That's what I'm trying. I done gave you the answer already. Come on, y'all. I know y'all quicker than that. We the Israelites.
What did he say?
All right?
What did you say?
Listen, Jesus is black, right? You know that, right? You understand that, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what was his nationality? African. Africa's a continent. It's not a nation, right? So I'm trying to get more specific. Not continent he came from. What nation did he come from? Come on, man. I gave y'all the answer already. Israel. There you go. So if he's black and he an Israelite, hold on. Y'all gotta follow the line of questioning now. If he black, right, same like you, and he's an Israelite, what that make you? An Israelite. Okay. So now understanding that, Israelites have to carry themselves a certain way, right? Meaning what? Israelites can't have their pants hanging off their ass. That's number one, right? Because Israelites have more dignity than that. Because they're the chosen people of God. That's who we are. So we have to carry ourselves with more dignity. Our men wear their pants around their waist. Our women do not dress like whores. That's how we are supposed to be. All right? It's just a fact. Read that.
Job 38:3.
Uh-huh.
Gird up now thy loins like a man.
That means pull your pants up like how a man is supposed to. That's what the Bible is saying, right? We all used to be the same way like y'all, not knowing what's going on, walking around with our pants hanging off our ass, etc. But we opened the Bible and we found out that we're the Israelites. We need to repent, come back to the laws of God, and faith in who the world calls Christ. That's what time it is, man. So that's what y'all need to be focusing on, other than all this BS in the world, because I'm getting ready to tell you, y'all are getting ready to embark on a journey and find out everything in this world is fake any damn way. You want to dedicate your life to a bunch of fakeness? Seriously, do you?
Oh, that was a question.
That's a question. Do you want? I mean, it's a rhetorical question because the answer is obvious, right? No, right? Who the hell want to dedicate their life to a bunch of BS? Nobody, right? But the average one of us that's growing up right now, we all on the path to dedicating our life to straight bullshit. I'm gonna just call it straight. Right. Bullshit. What's in this world is bullshit. What you see on the damn TV, on Instagram, all that is bull. Trust me, everybody that you see standing right here, we done already been exactly wherever y'all have been and wherever you're going. And take it from us, it's bullshit. There's something better, and what's better is the law, statutes, and commandments of God. What's better is what's written in this Bible. Not what they taught you in church when they sing for 3 goddamn hours, have you in there sweating, grandma in there with the fan. That's not what's in this Bible. What's in this Bible is the guidebooks to how to live your life in righteousness. And that's what we have to come back to. All right, because we're the sons and daughters of God. We're not just niggas. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Matter of fact, let me get Acts 13:1. Let me show you to even prove further that you're a son and daughter of God. Because they've always called sons and daughters of God niggas, okay? As a misnomer. So read that.
Acts 13:1. Now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers.
So you have prophets and teachers, right? Read.
As Barnabas and Simeon.
Read on.
That was called nigger.
What was he called?
Nigger.
What was he called?
Nigger.
That's in the Bible. They was calling the Israelites niggers in the Bible. Same way how they called us that, right? So this is how we know that we're the Israelites, man. All right? So what y'all need to do is when you get home, you get some time, do some research, put Instagram down, go and do some research on the Israelites, your history, the Bible, right? Instead of watching the damn new Quando Rondo video, watch some of the teachings that's all over YouTube and start to get this understanding, all right? Because I'm telling you right now, whatever path you on, I guarantee you it's just some bullshit.
Hey, but look, can I say something?
Go ahead, King.
Real jump, though.
Listen, Quando Rondo about to get his ass killed in LA for trying to be hard. See, that's the problem. Our people want to front like they hard. Let me tell you something. It's no future in trying to be hard. It's no future in trying to follow after the city girls. It's not no future in none of that shit. It's just not. You know what? You know what happens? You know you follow Quando Rondo get ready to get his ass killed or locked up. You want to be dead or in jail, brother? Hell no, right? And there ain't but one way to stay out of that, bro. It's by coming back and pleasing God, period. That's the only way. Take it from me. It's the only way, right? So that's what time it is, and that's what our people need to come back to, man. As blacks, as Hispanics, as Native Americans, man. All right? But that's all. I know y'all got whatever y'all got going on. I just wanted to give y'all that, man. Y'all think about that. Y'all the Israelites. Y'all not just niggas. Y'all not just black. Y'all not none of that. Y'all the Israelites, man. All right, nigga, black, that's just things they called us, right? What God called us with the Israelites, give me Hosea 1, matter of fact. What God called us is the Israelites, of the various 12 tribes, man. That's what he called Jesus Christ, what he called Moses, King David, all the great men in that Bible. He called them Israelites. Read that.
Hosea 1:4.
And the Lord 10.
Okay. Call's name Jezreel?
No.
Okay. Hosea 1:10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea.
Read on.
Which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people.
We were not told we were the people of God, we're the Israelites. We're told we're niggas, black, all these other things. We're never told we're the people of God, right? Read.
There shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living God.
But God said in the Bible that there's going to be men on these streets that are going to tell brothers and sisters just like y'all that you are the children of God. And not the children of God like we're all the, no, everybody ain't the children of God. That white man that enslaved your ancestors, he's not the child of God. Okay, that's the child of Satan, all right, period. And his actions have displayed that, right? But us so-called blacks and Hispanics, we are the children of God. The people who have fell victim to all this oppression and all these atrocities. And we are the people that Jesus Christ got on the cross and died for and is coming back to save. But if we don't clean up our acts, pull our pants up, get right, stop following after the city girls, getting high, and all that BS, we ain't gonna be worthy of that salvation. So I'm urging y'all to repent, keep the laws and the faith, man. All right, but y'all go about whatever y'all doing, but just keep that in mind. And when you get some time, you get back home, think on this, and do your own research and come to your own conclusions. All right, but this Bible, man, it's the only answer, man. I'm telling you that now, my brother. All right, shalom.
Isaiah 1:3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib.
There you go, man. We talking about animals, beasts. They can't speak. They can't create a rap song.
Yeah.
They can't sing an R&B record. Okay, but what can they do? Read.
But Israel doth not know.
All right, but they know who their master is. but we don't know. Read.
My people doth not consider.
But the cold thing is, not only do we not know, we're not even thinking about it.
Yeah.
Who am I? Who was I before they placed these labels? Like they said, niggas so quick to say black. It's like, bro, your shirt is black. So you don't, even if that's your answer, don't you automatically, when you give an answer, go, wait, no, I'm not. I gotta be something else before that. What did I call myself before that? You got some people, the Moorish thing is, it's not all that big now, but it's semi-big, right? Or I'm a Moor, and you just telling me you black in Spanish.
Right.
All you did was tell me you're black again, in a different language. I'm a Moor. Oh, you're black. Okay, cool. All right. Said the same damn thing.
Right.
Thank you. Right? We got to go back to who we are, which is YASHARAHLA, the princes of God. The upright of God, right? Because you got YASHARAHLA, which means he is a prince of God, but then you got YASHARAHLA, which means the upright of God, right? Go ahead.
Jeremiah 6:16. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, stand ye in the ways and see and ask for the old paths.
They say what?
Ask for the old paths.
But these Christians got a problem with us coming and asking people their nationality. But we're supposed to stand in the way and ask for the old paths. Where do you come from? What is your origin? 9 times out of 10, our people don't even know. So we're asking them just so it dawns on them, I don't know. Why don't you tell me? It seems like you have the answer that you're asking me the question. Cool, I got you right here in the book. Right here in the book. You see what I'm saying? So that's something that our people got to understand, man. Why we do what we do is all coming out of the scripture. So go ahead.
Watch this. Tobit chapter 4, verse 7. Then Tobias said unto him, tarry for me till I tell my father. Then he said unto him, go and tarry not. So he went in and said to his father, behold, I have found one which shall go with me. Basically what's going on is Tobias is going to go on to a journey. And so he's trying to find someone to accompany on his journey. Now let's see what his father says to his son about this journey. Behold, I have found one which will go with me. Then he said, call him unto me, bring him here, that I may know of what tribe he is, and whether he be a trusty man to go with thee.
That's right. I need to know who he is, what tribe he coming from, who his family is. So you're supposed to be asking, okay, who are you, where you go back to? I need to know what tribe you're from, things of that nature. These are things that we need to know about one another, right? Go ahead.
So he called him, and he came in, and they saluted one another. Then Tobit said unto him, brother, show me of what tribe and family thou art.
The first thing he asked.
Yeah.
Show me what tribe and family you are. So that's the first thing we want to ask. What's up? Where is your forefather?
Yep.
Is he African American? Is he West Indian? Is he Haitian? Is he Dominican? Is he Puerto Rican? Right? Somebody came on a comment board saying I'm giving all the eyes on. Somebody came on a comment board saying I'm giving too much attention to Issachar and Zebulon. I gotta pay attention to Simeon and Ephraim and Manasseh too, right? And Asher, Salaki, right? So I'm a man. You know, are you Dominican? Are you Puerto Rican? Etc. Right? Go ahead.
I mean, that's it on that.
So it's a cold cut. This because it was important to us. First off, if you're reading the Bible, first thing a nigga was doing when he came up on somewhere, he was identifying himself.
Yeah.
I'm such and such, of this family, of this house, of this tribe. You was letting that be known because it was a reputation that came with that. Oh, this brother, this tribe, they known for that. This family, they known for that. Yeah. Right? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump to that because that's a beautiful point, and that's exactly what Tobit says. Verse 13. Let's start verse 12. Then he said, I am Azarias, the son of Ananias the Great, and of thy brethren. Then Tobit said, thou art welcome, brother.
Oh, okay, you cool. We know your pops. He's good people. He must have raised his son to be a good and sensible and respectable young man. So you're straight. See, this is why we were doing that. Same way like now, you know, with some people on the block, you don't mess with them people. You don't go up in there, they keep a dirty house. You don't mess with them people, right?
Yeah.
And you say, oh, y'all related to them, or I ain't, you know what I'm saying? You automatically, I ain't messing with y'all. That's not new. We didn't just make that up in America. We always have dealt like that. Yeah, people have reputations, and that reputation follows them, and that dictates how you deal with them, you know? Not saying that you don't give love and respect to them, but it's only gonna go past a certain level. I'm not gonna let my kids stay the night over there. You see what I'm saying? I'm just not doing it, right? That don't mean I'm not gonna be brotherly, but there's gonna be a line that's not gonna get crossed predicated upon a reputation. So with Tobit sending his son, right? His beloved son, his only child, on a journey that could be detrimental. Oh no, he can only go with a brother that's trustworthy. He can't just go with any old nigga off the street. This brother got to be trustworthy. So when that brother came in, which is really an angel, and said he was the son of somebody that was respectable, okay, you good now. You see what I'm saying? Tobit, though, he was dealing with an angel, right? But go ahead.
That's what I was saying, Sirach I can't find where it says a man shall be known in his children.
In his children. Exactly. Because you're gonna implement the certain ideals in your children's head off. That's why everyone says a father is so important in somebody's life. It don't matter if it's a male child or a female child. They'll go through issues later in life, and it will all relate back to dad wasn't there, so he didn't. Because that's dad's job to put them certain ideals, right? Woman's job to the daughter is to show her how to be a woman, right? But the overall morals of a child and things like that, they all coming directly from that child's father, always, right? Right? Like my pops, he hates smacking, right? But his dad used to smack, but he'll beat your ass if you smack, right? He'll sit at the table and smack, but he catch you smacking, bah! You see what I'm saying? Off top. So what? My pop, hey, don't smack. You know, you gotta chew with your mouth closed. You see what I'm saying? Why? That was instilled in him. You see what I'm saying? That's where they come from. That come from the father, right? Your mother ain't instilling all that much. She gonna try. If pops ain't around, she gonna try to. She gonna try to instill certain things in you. Some of it may stick, and if it do stick, it's only out of just because you respect your mother. You see what I'm saying? And okay, it's what she told me, so I'm gonna just go with that. But out of your pops, you like, I gotta follow this, or it's my ass. You see what I'm saying?
Or should do something and say, I'm gonna tell your dad.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell your dad. You see, now you scared. Nigga see his dad twice a year, but he know like, then he gonna beat my ass when he see me if he find out I did that. I can't even do that, right? Now you're afraid. Why? Of pops. Go ahead.
Sirach 11:28. Judge none blessed before his death.
Read on.
For a man shall be known in his children.
That's right. So it say judge none blessed before his death, because you don't know how his kids gonna turn out, right? Because it's grievous when your kids turn out wrong. It's grievous to you. I've heard parents tell their children that their children broke their heart. That blew my mind. I said, damn. I thought only like, you know, your wife, your girl can break your heart. You mean tell me your child can break your heart too? You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Isn't there a scripture that talk about losing a child is worse than death?
Yes. And I believe that's in Sirach as well. That's in Sirach as well. Deal with losing a child, which goes into the judgment on King David, because you remember King David committed adultery. You're supposed to get put to death. The Lord did him one better and took his child even worse. You see what I'm saying? Because as a king, you held to what? A higher standard anyway, right? Go ahead.
Ezekiel 16:44. Behold, everyone that useth proverbs shall use this proverb against thee, saying, as is the mother, so is her daughter.
Exactly, right? Because a mother's supposed to teach her daughter how to be a lady, right? So if the mama a hoe, a lot of times them hoes tendency is going to get on the daughter.
That's right.
The daughter can try to escape from someone, and she might not be a bad hoe as her mama, but she gonna have some of them tendencies, man, because she saw it. So it's what you call learned behavior, right? But with your father is coming, he's instilling morals in you, so it's a different thing, right? So go ahead.
Back to Tobit. This is Tobit now, chapter 5, verse 13. Then Tobit said, Thou art welcome, brother. Be not now angry with me, because I have inquired to know thy tribe and thy family. For thou art my brother of an honest and good stock.
Yeah, your people are honest and good people. So I can rock with you, right? Read on.
For I know Ananias and Jonathas, sons of the great Samias. Basically, when you read it, it's just saying, I know your family, so I can trust you.
And listen, his family is so great that grandfather, they called him the Great.
Yeah.
He was the Great. That's how great that brother was. Yeah. He was just called the Great.
Ananias the Great.
And Ananias the Great of the tribe of Naphtali, right? So he was great brother. You had great and noble brothers that was coming out, who are now called the Argentinians and Chileans.
That's right.
They was coming out strong and upstanding brothers, right? So Tobit knew that this was a trustworthy man that he could send his son out on this journey with. And literally, he know it was even more trustworthy than a man, because it was an angel of the Lord.
That's right.
Whole time. You see what I'm saying? It was an angel of the Lord whole time. So that's a marvelous story. Tobit. A brother, an angel, and a dog, man. Going on a marvelous journey.
That's right, yeah.
Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes 7:1. A good name is better than precious ointment.
See that? Because a good name go a long way, man. A good name will go a really long way amongst anybody. You see what I'm saying? You got, like, a good name will get you drop a certain name in certain instances, it can save your life. It could get you a perk or a benefit that other people ain't get. It could do, a good name could do a lot. I remember when I was younger, my little brother was finna get jumped by these niggas. And I don't know what possessed him, but in the moment, he told him that he was my little brother, and them niggas just left him alone. It was just like, oh, okay, he messed with my sister, you straight. It was just like that. They was about to tempt this nigga by himself, right? But see, that's what a name will do, right? So go ahead.
Proverbs 22:1. A good name is rather to be chosen than great riches.
Rather than great riches, right? Because you can be like Donald Trump, rich, but you have a horrible name.
Right.
So everybody dog you around the world and nobody respects you, man. Right? But if you had a good name, that could help you open up doors to where you can get your riches and you know what I'm saying, to be straight.
Like, one time, just because they knew my dad, and like, he was never been a great person, I got fed and followed my homework.
You know what I'm saying?
On the other side of the island, and like, oh, it's skiing time, you know? It's better.
So it's just based off the fact that who your pops was. You see what I'm saying? That's what a name will do. The name will get you fed when you ain't got nothing to eat. You see what I'm saying? That's real. But it's a bad thing. Y'all niggas just starved, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just starved. You know? They have more, because, you know, we more in tune with you know, how we used to be. We're less Americanized, you know what I'm saying? But even in America, you can see it to a certain degree. But a lot of times, nigga ain't gonna feed you. Not in America, man. You're gonna have to come with a real sob story. But you know, that's the love that our people, even though we're disconnected, there's certain aspects of who we are in our ancient culture it's just ingrained in us that we're gonna do regardless, man. And esteeming somebody or somebody's reputation and good name going a long way, that's a part of it right there. The tribalistic nature. Everybody always being proud of where they from. That's another aspect. Anytime you take a brother from somewhere and you put him somewhere else, the first thing you're going to let any issue pop off, the first thing he's going to make sure that you understand is that he's not from there. And that he's representing wherever he came from. You take an Atlanta nigga to damn Texas somewhere, you go, look, nigga, I'm from Atlanta. You take a Texas nigga, look, nigga, first off, nigga, I'm from Texas. As if that's supposed to just automatically go, oh, this nigga from Texas, right? Hey, niggas from Texas get knocked out too, right? But it's the first thing a nigga's gonna say. I'm from this place. Because he's taking that pride, and this is where I come from, and they raised me not to be no punk in this particular place. You see what I'm saying? So Jake is always proud of it. That's how he was in the scriptures too.
That's why someone will say, I am so-and-so, son of such and such.
Exactly. I'm letting you know that this is who I come from, and you know about this reputation, man. Right? Even in the gang world. In the gang world, usually you have a OG. He'll have a name. Then you have little such and such. Then you have baby. Then you have tiny. You have all this generation off of this name. But if that name is what you would call a good name, then you know, like, people is like, damn, them niggas is crazy. Any nigga with that name, them niggas is crazy. Like in San Diego, it's a lineage of niggas that go by the name of Holly Fool, right? So in San Diego, it's like Holly mean like Hollywood, but they just shortened up Holly. So Holly Fool. So these niggas are fool that is extra Hollywood, right? But everybody who has that name has a reputation. Pretty much all them niggas is in prison for life, except for like one of them. So you know their reputation off top. You see what I'm saying? So anytime you hear that name, you know, hey, I should watch how I play with this dude. You know what I'm saying? Because these niggas is crazy who have that name. You can't just get that name, right? That ain't just one they giving out. So it shows you how much a name and a reputation go, man, and how important it is to maintain that in the spirit, right?
Shalom, what's going on? It's your brother, Chief Priest Alazar Lawyer, a.k.a. the Gorilla Hebrew, and I'm just letting y'all know I just dropped my official clothing line, Urban Gorilla. Go to urbangorilla.com right now to check us out, man, and pick something up. There's urbngrla.com. We got all kind of items for men, women, children, even infants, as well as fragrance oil, smell goods. You can also check out Hebrew Israelite Clothing Co., another Sicarii business, on Instagram and Facebook. And as always, you can hit up deaconsicarii.com to get your plug on the scarves, the music, and the children's Bibles. Thanks for your time. All praise to the Most High. Kwam YASHARAHLA. Shalom.
Clown rappers need to stick to circus. Israelites spit the verses. We the only ones that fit the curses.
We the only one. They tryna keep it hidden, be the chosen one. Got to let it off like a holy gun.